Well, hi, Gerald. You caught me on my jetpack one more time. Well, I hope you're doing mighty well, Gerald. I had another question for you. You see, my job is letting me work some extra Sundays if I want, and I thought if I worked some Sundays, my family could have an awesome jet ski to play with at the lake. But I'm wondering if I should work these extra hours so we can get that jet ski and have some fun at the beach. What do you think, Gerald? Should I get the jet ski or should I keep going to church every Sunday? Thank you, Gerald.
That's a great question from one father to another father, though you're not a father yet, Gerald. But what do you think about his question about the jet ski and missing church on Sundays?
One time, instead of going on a missions trip to the guinea pigs farm planet, I decided to spend my week and lots of money getting my spaceship a cool new paint job.
Wow, what colors was it?
All kinds.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. So, but that, I don't think that jet ski that the person who asked this has, that jet ski is really going to last forever. I think it will break down one day, and sadly, Gerald, one day I think your paint job's going to rust.
Wow, I really wish that sweet paint job lasted forever like heaven.
Yeah, heaven definitely lasts forever, kids, and Gerald. But things like a paint job and a jet ski don't last forever. That Jesus talked about how we can get things that last forever in the Sermon on the Mount, which we've been studying some the past several weeks in these videos. And if you guys haven't read those or watched those previous videos, that's in Matthew chapter 5 and chapter 6. And in that book, Jesus is preaching to people on top of a large hill. It wasn't quite a mountain as we think about it, but he has some really helpful things for us. And he tells us in that Sermon on the Mount that we can get things that are lasting forever. And some verses that I want you guys to look at today with your mom and dad, maybe in family worship, is Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 through 24. And those are about where we should have our treasures, rather than having our treasures in the form of a jet ski or having your treasures as a nice paint job on our spaceship. But he's not talking about like pirate treasures, is he, Gerald?
No, he's not.
No. But Jesus tells us if we live to get nice stuff and awesome toys or even awesome paint job, that none of that will last, he says in this sermon.
Jesus tells us we can get treasures that will last forever, but they may not be jet skis or awesome paint jobs.
Okay, yeah. They're even better than that, which is hard to believe, right? Because the paint jobs are pretty great. It sounds like you're really excited about that paint job. I need to see that sometime, Gerald.
I got photos on my wallet.
Okay. You should give me a ride in your spaceship. You never do this, Gerald.
Oh, well, you never ask.
Okay. Well, we'll have to do that afterwards. Well, these treasures that last forever are rewards in heaven. They're things that God gives us in heaven, as well as the new heavens and new earth that we've talked about in some of these videos before. And even though we don't know what they were like, they are way more awesome than anything else that we could ever have in this life. We get these treasures, though, by serving Jesus. You guys can even get these treasures now as Christian kids serving Jesus, which is awesome and something sometimes we don't think about, right, Gerald?
Kids shouldn't obey to get more TV time or better toys for Christmas. Even kids should obey to serve Jesus and to make sure they are the most happy with Jesus forever.
That's exactly right, Gerald. So, well, you shouldn't be jealous of your friends with more cool stuff than you, kiddos, because even the best toys or video games aren't really that important when you think about it, guys. But we don't get into heaven, I want to say, by doing these nice things. These awesome things that happen for us, we'll see one day in heaven, new earth. But we don't earn heaven by doing nice things. Our rewards are only because of Jesus. All that we get in heaven is only because Jesus is the perfect God-man, the one that died on the cross to take the punishment for our sins. And now we get to live forever with him, whether we get awesome rewards or we get even more awesome rewards in heaven, right?
Yes.
Well, do you have a Bible verse for us today, Gerald?
Yes, today's memory verse is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No one can serve two masters, For either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money.
That's exactly right. Well, I hope your paint job doesn't become your master, Gerald, but why don't we go over and check it out?
Hey, good idea.
Wonderful.